עוד פעם אתה מצלם אותי בנסיעה.
דודו ביקש שאני אצלם אותך כל שהיה ככה תנועה כל הזמן. אתה נראה מוטרד, מה קרה לך?
אתה קולט שאני מוטרד?
כן, מה קרה?
לא יודע, מלחיצתי הרעיון היום.
מה הבעיה?
אתה יודע את מי מצלמים?
לא.
את ניסים בלאק.
וואי, זה אמר טוב.
כן, אתה מכיר אותו?
כן.
אני קראתי אותו עכשיו, זאת אומרת, השירים שלו, זה שירים יפים, אבל תשמע, יש בעיה. מה זה מה הבעיה? הבנתי שהוא לא... אמרו לי שהוא לא מדבר עברית כמעט. מה אני אעשה עם יש לי אנגלית על הפנים? איך נקיים את הרעיון? אני לא יודע מה לעשות.
יאללה. תהיה בלחץ, כי רואים עליך.
כן? הכל בסדר, אני אשחק אותה, הכל טוב. זה מה שאני יכול, יאללה, יהיה בסדר. בוא, שמואל, מה אתה מצלם את הנוף, נו? תראה מה זה, הוא בית שמש, הוא גר באזור חרדי לגמרי. אתה מבין איזה מהפך הבן אדם הזה עשה? What's your name? מבטא אמריקאי. What's your name? My name is ניסים בלאק. Yeah.
Hey, hello. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. How you doing?
You too.
Yes. Everything's good?
Yeah, good.
You speak English, right?
English, yes.
Okay, come on in.
You say Baruch Hashem. You Hebrew?
I'm Jewish. I am Hebrew.
You.
I understand, but I don't speak as well, you know. I have confidence issue. You know confidence?
Confidence?
Yeah, confidence. Yes. It's English for ביטחון עצמי.
ביטחון עצמי? הנה, אתה מדבר. אז רגע, אתה לא מדבר?
We're going to speak English today, right? They told me English.
עברית?
I understand. I speak English. Today we're going to speak English. They told me someone's coming that speaks English, so...
Yes, I speak. No, you... I number one English.
Okay, come on up. I'm going to take you to my studio and we'll talk.
Studio?
Yes, studio.
Yes, ניסן נתיב, you know? Studio ניסן נתיב. I learned Studio ניסן נתיב in Tel Aviv. Acting.
No, I know. Great. I'm going to take you to my studio. My studio? Up. It's up.
Up?
Yes. All right, let's go.
זה המקום הקטן הזה, הרגת אותי.
I'm sorry.
לא, מקום... nice.
It's good?
Good.
Yes, big, huh? It's very big.
No, big.
Yes.
Big in Japan tonight, big in Japan tonight, big in Japan. Praise the things. I'm singer.
Yeah.
You know. Guitar. You have guitar?
No, I don't have
guitar. Okay.
So.
Okay. So.
Let's talk.
Yes. So. ניסים בלאק.
Yes. גולן. Nice to meet you.
So we talk about you.
Yeah, but me. Yes.
You talk.
Oh, how you doing? I'm ניסים Blank, and this is my studio. I'm an international recording artist, and
Internet?
No, international.
International.
Internet all around the world. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So I do that. I also speak. I do a podcast. I'm a influencer, you know, like משפיע.
משפיע.
Yeah.
משפיע.
I give השפעה all over the world.
You משפיע?
Yeah.
Good.
Baruch Hashem. It's good. You have any like questions, anything like that you want to ask me? Anything else?
What?
You have questions? Like you want to ask me something?
Yes, no question.
It's an interview, right?
We question. Yes, I question you.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yes, wait.
Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
That's not that wasn't a question.
No. Wait.
Tell me about your childhood.
So I grew up in Seattle. I mean, you don't want to ask me the question? You want the phone to answer?
No, I ask, you answer.
Okay,
You're good, you're nice.
So I grew up in Seattle, Washington.
Washington,
yeah.
the Washington,
No.
The White House,
No,
Washington.
No, that's the other Washington. I come from Medina, Washington. It's like a state.
Medina, a state.
Yeah, it's a state. It's on the other side.
Okay.
So I grew up there. Both my parents were rappers, so they both rapped and made music. They also sold drugs, unfortunately. So I grew up living a very, very, exposed life. So
Exposed? Mm-hmm. Explosion? That you need a bomb?
Gangs, violence, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. לא כל כך.
You talk. Story.
I'm sorry. I have to make a call just really quickly. It's okay. I'll be right back.
You? Telephone.
I'm gonna make a call. Quick call. Yeah, on. Wait, please stop. Don't say anything to me. You told me that the interview with Hidabrut was going to be in English. Because I specifically checked with you to make sure, because my Hebrew's not... Yeah, so listen, the guy doesn't know a word of English. He took his phone. Listen, no, listen to me. He took the phone and wanted me to speak to Google Translate. I can't do this. I'm not gonna do the interview. I love you, but I can't. There's no way in the world.
It's okay? Everything okay?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, and I'm gonna call you back.
You say
amazing. Amazing. You wanna go finish the?
You look.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because I speak English and you don't speak English.
I speak English. I speak perfect English. I was kidding with you. It's okay. Don't worry, man. I speak great English with American accent. You know, I'm an actor. I can interview you. You have the interview of your life.
Okay.
Let's go inside.
Okay.
Start from the beginning.
Okay. All right.
You're cool now.
Yes,
Baruch Hashem.
My goodness. Oh,
yeah,
my goodness.
you know, we have to I succeeded to trick you, huh? We know, also the audience.
You got me.
שמואל, אתה מדבר אנגלית?
לגמרי.
Okay, ניסים Black, let's start from the beginning.
Let's go. Okay, I'm ready.
I was like, the people would think I'm stupid. Like, totally ignorant, how you say?
Ignorant, exactly.
Ignorant, yeah. So let's really start from the beginning. I read about you, you know, and it's fascinating.
Thank you.
Your trip in the world.
Yeah.
Your trip to Hashem.
Right.
It's... Wow, I don't know.
Thank you so much. So I grew up in Seattle, Washington. Both my parents were both rappers, so they were into music and hip hop. But and all of their family even were, world-class musicians. So music was always. I mean, I think I was born with the music genes. It was in my genetics.
Well, what's that thing with rappers? Like that everybody's rapping. Like, why? Why? It's a need?
No, I think it's just it's a part of the culture because a lot of people grow up where I come from, where the only thing they think they could possibly do is either play basketball, football, or rap. That's it.
Okay.
Or they sell drugs, they're just saying where I come from in the streets. I'm not saying this is all black people got. Entertainment, this is all we see from the movies, from the videos, from the music. So this is what sort of raises us. And because, unfortunately...
You were raised like a Christian?
I was raised... So I started off as a Muslim.
Muslim?
Yeah, so I think my background and my family is Christian, but my grandfather became a Muslim.
He became a Muslim?
Yeah, he became a Muslim. My mother's father, Sunni. He was a Sunni Muslim.
He was Sunni?
He became Sunni. So he was in prison for most of his life, but he came to live with us when he was on like probation, like parole. And he taught me Islam at 8 years old. So I prayed with him 5 times a day. I would go with him to the mosque and whatever. So he lived with me for a year. That was the beginning of religion, was like Islam.
And you have a connection with him?
No, he unfortunately he passed away. I think maybe almost 2013. So, but even before he passed away, he knew that I was already started my journey towards Judaism, and I was already.
How he knew?
He, I guess people told him, you could call from prison. He was in prison, so he would call and talk, and he asked me, and I told him, and you know what he told me? He says, as long as you didn't become a Christian, I'm okay. That's what he told me. So,
okay.
But that was the beginning. And then when I got older, when I was around 13, 12. 13? Yeah, I was
13 is older for you.
13 is older, yeah, it's old. When you come from that world, you live life fast. It's fast, I was smoking pot at 9 years old already, you understand? I was already running with street gangs already, from 11, 12, I was running with street gangs. I was selling drugs already by the time I was 12 years old. So,
12 years?
12 years old.
Wow.
So when you look at it that way, you 13, I was an adult. I was an adult at that point. But at that year, I was getting into a lot of trouble. I was expelled from the school district. I couldn't go to any regular school in Seattle. And there was a hip-hop program, like a program to help you rap better and different things like that. Yeah. So I decided to go with a friend, and the people that were hosting it were Christian organization.
Okay.
And
it's a mission.
It was a missionary,
missionary activity.
Yeah. But you know what?
It's better than the street.
Yeah, it was so, for me at that time in my life, it was so good. So for me, that's why I'm very have a karasa tov. Even though it's not my dat, it's not dat shili, but I still have a major karasa tov because I was at a very, very low place. And when they came in my life at that time, it brought me up. At least that was the first place that I would say that it started having the awareness that I can have a relationship at least with God, from that place. So I went to camp with them, and I became a very strong chazak. That's one story that you should know, though. Most of the people who become the megerut, most of the people that do it were people who were not just notzrim. The notzrim, chazak.
Because I think maybe everything they do is strong.
Exactly. So everything they do is strong.
They take things to the edge.
They take it to the max. And so when they're reading, they want the emes. Only those people really, after a while they go.
Because why? You think you were looking for the truth?
I was looking for the truth. I wanted, from the moment I got turned on at 15, 16 years old, I was already second hitbodedut every day. I didn't know Reb Nachman. I didn't know the word hitbodedut. But I would lock myself in my room, and I would pray and I would cry.
You were asking for God.
I just wanted to be close. That was it. I wanted to be close to God. So what got me was I read Tanakh. And when you're reading Tanakh, you can't help but to see the whole entire, all of the Nevi'im, when it talks about what happens in the Atid, in the future, everything's around the Jewish people. Everything, Hakol, everything, the whole future. So
the redemption's
all on the Jewish people in Eretz Israel. So it makes you think when you're reading this, you go. It's interesting because I'm starting now to study Jewish history, because before this I didn't know. I grew up, I went to high school, I went to middle school, everything. I never heard of the Shoah. I didn't hear about it. Nope, never heard of it. I didn't know. Even in the public school, I didn't learn about the Shoah. I didn't learn about anything. And so now I'm by myself and I'm reading Tanakh and I'm seeing that Moshe says that if you don't keep the Torah, then I'm going to exile you from the land. You're going to be small in numbers. You're going to be hated by all the nations. The land's going to become desolate. Everything that happened. So I'm reading this and I'm going, whoa. And then it also says in Sefer Yecheskel, it says that Hashem is going to bring the Jews back to Eretz Israel. And when he does, there's going to be fruits, vegetation, plants is going to grow. When I seen this, for me it was clear. Bahur, that Hashem exists and the Torah is emes. So for me, that was like the thing. So when I would read these things, like, you know, as I was going, over time, you couldn't help. It's a conviction in the heart. You start to feel like I have to, you know, I'm running, and I couldn't help myself. So that was the thing that really got me.
And so you become a Christian, and then and you become a Jewish Yehudi Mashiach.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So that was the first step. Is because you need that step. I can't go straight into Judaism because that would have been a complete denial of everything I believed before. So the way that it was really, I started to see that the Bible in itself, the Christian Bible, as it's telling all the stories, I start to notice there's no mention of Christmas, Easter, all these other days are not there. So I'm seeing online this clip, and it was talking about, you know, all the holidays of Christianity that they're from the over there of the Zars, not the. So when I read it, you're right. I don't see none of these holidays in there. I see Pesach, I see Chanukah,
yeah.
I see all these other things, but I see Shavuos, you know, like none of these holidays. Yeah. So I'm going back. So I said to Hashem, I said, listen, I'm going to start over. I took a Tanakh and I put it on the table. I said, I'm going to read from cover to cover, and I only want to understand you. I want to understand your character. That's what I did. And I read it twice. I went through Tanakh twice like that. And what it did for me...
How you explain this? A regular person doesn't act like this. To ask the Shem, I'm going to read it twice and from...
I think, the truth is, I don't know what caused me at this time, but I had such a deep yearning, ratzon, kisufim. I wanted to know Hashem so bad during this time in my life. There was a time, I think what happened was, after my very strong Christian years, I reverted back. I was offered a big contract with a big record label.
And you're doing music?
Yeah, I was doing music already during this time. I was already, making a lot of noise. I was becoming more and more famous. And I got offered a very big contract. And what they wanted was, the gangster rap. They wanted to take me back a little bit, Yeah. And so what I decided was, that I would do it, but I'm gonna act, you act, I was gonna act, that was it. I wasn't going to be real.
To make them satisfied, but inside.
But inside, I'm gonna stay.
Like Anusim, Yehudim Anusim.
And so, most of the other guys, they're also Anusim. So I said, okay. I'm telling you, after a while, it's
not really you.
It's not really me. But I start to get confused, I was confused. Who am I? I don't know if I'm this, I'm that. And I had all my friends and everybody around me, and they weren't just rapping, they were the real deal. Okay. So I started to be very confused, and everything was, was very hard. It was a, very dark time for me.
You were a stranger there.
I was a stranger.
Today, I ask you, you're not feeling as a stranger?
No, I don't. I feel like I'm a Yid. I don't feel like I have to
You're an Yid. You got a new soul, no?
Yeah, soul.
Totally.
Maybe it's the same soul. Maybe it was always a Jewish soul.
I think maybe. What?
That's it.
With your story, I believe it. Really?
So I think sometimes...
Like it's a Jewish soul that came into your body. And all the time is searching.
Right.
And wrestling, yeah.
And always having this feeling of, and I've talked to other gay men, of never really feeling like at home. Like there was always some piece of me that felt like, why get into the gangs? Why was I hanging out with certain groups and certain people? I think about this all the time. And I realized this from the Hebrew Lidut. I realized it says Shem is because I knew that I was always supposed to be a part of something bigger than myself. I knew that I had a tafkid, I knew that I had a purpose, and I knew that there was supposed to be, but all the time, a person, he goes from the gangs and this and that, he always wants to feel a part of something, but the emphasis is that, no, I'm supposed to be a part of Klal Yisrael, and that was so
when's the point that you understood that you're going to be Jewish?
So it happened that I was at the Messianic Mashiachist place, and I was there for 2 years. That was my in-between that from Judaism. I left because I saw that, you know, the whole thing with Oto Aish and everything, that it was Jewish. It wasn't Emma's, but it was Jewish. So then I started learning more about Judaism, how, and then I can't help, I seen one video. There was a video called Shabbat Rejuvenation. I remember watching this documentary and I could not stop myself. I was crying. I started crying. Even now, I have to stop myself. I was crying and crying. And I'm watching this, and I can't help that I like started having made for Shabbos, for Shabbat. I'm watching the clip, and it wasn't, you know, a brand new production or nothing. You know, it was older already, but I couldn't help it. Start having so much kisufim, and so the more and more I start to learn, and I'm at the Messianic place, I said I'm gonna go to Chabad. So I ended up going to Rabbi Farkash on the east side over in Bellevue, outside Seattle. And in between that, I was going to the Messianic place. But we did inform him. We let him know, listen, we're searching, but we're not...
Which let him know? Why are you speaking with your wife?
No, my wife already, me and my wife been together since we were 16.
Wow.
So she was there for the whole journey. She watched all of this. And she was always a good girl, but she grew up very strong Christian, like more chazak. Me, every religion I was a part of, from Islam, Christian, Judaism, I was a ger all the time. Kol hazman, I'm always a ger. You know, for me, my religion was at home.
Now you're not a ger?
Selling drugs. No, I'm not a ger. I'm here. I mean, I'm still a whatever.
I wanna fly away, far away from this place where nobody can bring me down. When nobody can bring me down.
But what's different, I would say, at least about Judaism, is that with all the other religions that I was a part of, there's a couple things. One is everybody's always trying to sign you up. You want to be a Christian? Go. People all the time, they want to come and take you. Be a Muslim? Oh, come and do this. Oh, we're going to make you Muslim. Make you go to Judaism? Hey, there you go. You know? Yeah, you don't want. So there's something to be said about a person when he wins the lottery, right? Yeah. They said that people that win the lottery, I forget what the actual statistic is, they lose it very fast. They lose the money very fast. Why? Because they didn't work for it. But anything a person had to work for, they had to toil for it or whatever, you gotta shake him to even give tzedakah. You know what I'm saying? Let alone that to depart from the money. So the treasure of what I was able to accomplish with Yiddishkeit was from toiling and wrestling with God. You know, at one point I was going faster than my wife was, and she wasn't going as fast, and we were going to have a meeting even with the Beit Din, and she sort of like got very cold feet. You know how many days I had to cry in the forest to Hashem that my wife would also be on the same path, and I couldn't say anything to her. I had to wait a whole nother year of just crying and davening. It was a lot of tears, and because of that, I worked for everything in Yiddishkeit, everything. I want to wear a shtreimel. My wife tells me, no shtreimel, you're not wearing a shtreimel. I had to daven to Hashem for my shtreimel, for my bekesh. Everything I have is prayed for, not paid for, prayed for. You understand?
And the music?
And the music, everything. The music itself came to me because Hashem gave me a gift. But I remember leaving music. I left music after I got very famous in the other world. I was right at that peak of, you know, everything. I was on MTV, BET. I was charting on radio, and I couldn't help. At this time, I really wanted Hashem. So I left everything, and I thought at that time I was finished forever. I'm not gonna go back. And what happened was, I had a few different stories that happened. One of them was that I had a son, my oldest boy. He got sick with meningitis, very tough disease. He ended up in the hospital for about 2 weeks. And I started crying. Hashem, what am I gonna do? You know, like, so I took my other kid home, and I had a daughter at the time, put her to bed, and I stayed up all night with Hashem, talking for 6 hours. And so I started to cry, and I said, Hashem, you know, I had my wife at this time, she was pushing me, maybe you need to make music now, because now you have Hashem and you can do, like, and I'm like, no, I'm fighting for a long time. So all this is in my head now that I said, maybe this is Siman Hashem. So I had a microphone, and I said to Hashem, don't try this at home. I said to Hashem, Hashem, if it's from you, and you want me to make music again, if you really want me to do this, I need the microphone to work. If it works, then I'm going to believe Hashem, you want me to be.
It was totally
totally broken. And I plugged it up, and it worked. It worked instantly. And I couldn't, I was a mamash, an ace. So I went to Rabbi Brody, and I told Rabbi Brody, he was more like my spiritual guide at the time. I was so afraid to go back to music, you understand? All the gava, all of the, you know, especially in rap, it's all about the gava. Even if the guy's clean, he's talking about how much he's better than the next person and all that. I didn't want to, now I'm learning Mr. Yeshai, I'm learning about the Nabaz. Don't mix, you know? So I went to my Rebbe, Rabbi Shmuel Brody, and he set me down. Like 2 hours we talked on this. And he was strong, chazak, but he was, you know, and afterwards he gave me a bracha. And I went back, but I tiptoed. It was very, like, I was still afraid. I was always checking myself. Should I promote? Should I not promote? If I promote, this is like a Bulgaria. I shouldn't do marketing. If I should, you know, if I should want, he's just going to make it do. I don't need any, like,
it's familiar. These thoughts are familiar to me. Because you're an actor and a singer, and where is the gava, and where... And you started to...
So I came back to music. The song that really did it was... I released the album, nobody took from it as much because it was too positive for the Goyish world that I was in. So I didn't know 100%. That's like, Hashem, when do you want me to do this? Do you not? So I lived like 2 years of doubting. Even though I had an ace, I had an open ace. I have a bracha for my Rav, but I had doubt.
We all know that he had chosen us. With just a few, we were warriors. In the darkness of the night we fought, and one by one we all watched them fall.
And one time a friend reached out to me, Elon Cohen, and he says, have you ever heard of this song, Hashem Elach? I said, yeah, of course I heard of the song. He said, you want to...
Gadel Baz.
Yeah, Gadel Baz. He said, you want to do a remix? I know Gadel Baz, you want to do... I said, okay, yeah, sure. And they talk, and then he calls me back, and he says, okay, God says, let's do it, let's try it.
Wake up, my friend, we gone, we praising Hashem with all of our soul. The Kleeper is fighting, we know, we raging a war, we won't let him go.
And I'm telling you, the song comes out, and even God, he called me, he says, Achi, we made a hit, this song, and it goes viral. And then after that, I realized, I said, Hashem, that was it. The last album I put out was very positive, but Hashem, I wasn't screaming you. You know, I need to be screaming you.
Wow.
And I realized for me, all the success is everything that I have is because I was put here to scream Hashem Elech everywhere. And every song has to be Hashem Elech. Everything about ניסים has to be Hashem Elech. And when it's not that, it's not me. You understand?
Wow.
So all the new music and everything has been that way. That's been it.
Pick up the line when I call you. When everything falls through, I'm home.
You've been here, you've been there, and now you're, for 12 years you were Jewish. Do you feel a real joy, a happiness that you didn't felt in the other ways?
There's a certain type of shleimut, like shleimus, you know? Like, it's not just a happiness. Happiness is like, even though to be happy is great, it's
not outside happiness.
Yes,
as I said,
there's a certain type of
joy from the Kirvat Hashem.
Yes, exactly. Major joy from Kirvat Hashem. There's a shleimus that feels whole, feel at home. You feel like you.
Now you feel that
place.
God wants you in this place.
Exactly. B'diuk.
So I'm staying here. I won't let go. Even in a million years. You're there when I'm up, you're there when I'm down. So I'm staying here.
Let's do rap.
Let's do it. I've been trying to reach me and I ain't been there. I've been trying to spread my wings floating mid-air. Abba help me up, my knees feeling so scared. Can you show me where I'm meant to go? I done had some hard days, but now I'm hitting lows. Trying to navigate the system, I ain't feeling those.
ניסיתי להגיע אליי ולא הייתי שם, ניסיתי להרים כנפיים ולא הייתי שם, אבא תעזור לרד מהברכיים, אני מרגיש כל כך מפוחד, כוונות טובות ממש עמוקות, אבל הם שם.
Like I seen a lot of things, like to my eyes. You know what I mean? Like
eyes? Yes.
One second. It's too good. Okay, Shem. Yeah. Okay, we need that blue. Okay, all right. All right. Okay. Okay.